Hello, this is John Corey Jackson with another Everyday Living with John video. And I wasn't going to do a video for the rest of this week, but I felt impressed to do this one because I know there's more people like me that's not like me. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of introverts that's trying to live for Christ, trying to live for God, trying to live holy and in a way that pleases God. Because what happens often is that the world tells us to be out loud and boisterous and out there and to put ourselves out there and to put ourselves in front street. So that can come off as kind of an insult to an introvert or a quiet person or a reserved person. So I want to share with you a little bit of how I live for God as an introvert. And from what I gather, I wasn't able to gather any specific information, but I will do some research on it about the people in the Bible that were introverts. But I read on some website that possibly John, not John the Baptist, but the apostle, was a introvert, as well as Barnabas, which was a disciple of Jesus. But a introvert, first of all, let me give you a definition. And it's just going to be a random video. I really don't have anything as far as material or anything to give to you guys, but this is from my own personal experience being as an introvert for my whole life. Excuse me. So the definition of an introvert is a person that, and I've seen this perfect definition from, I think it may have been a psychologist or something like that, where they describe the introvert as a person that needs to recharge their own personal batteries in their alone time, while an extrovert is a person that needs to recharge their batteries socially with other people. And I think that's a pretty good example. So I think introverts are better alone, but I think extroverts are people that need other people to help them and keep them going, in a sense, from what I've noticed. But I think one of the things that I do mainly is write, because oftentimes when you're an introvert, you don't have any close relationships or friends to talk to. So I do have a good few friends, but most of the time I prefer to write out my thoughts, write out my prayers, things like that. And I think that helps. I think having a journal or a diary or just a writing of some kind, I think it helps you as an introvert to get your thoughts out instead of having them to go back and forth in your head. Of course, another thing is prayer. Prayer is just a dialogue with God. And of course, prayer is important to all Christians, not just introverts, extroverts, and whatever. But all of us need prayer. We need to be talking to God, and we need to be sharing with God and making sure that we are being transparent before the Lord. Another thing that really helps me as an introvert for Christ is music. And I feel closer to God when I listen to music for some reason. I don't know how to explain that is. But when I'm listening to a worship song or Christian hip hop, which is my favorite, I feel like I'm getting closer to God. I feel like that allows me to feel the feels for God, in a sense, for lack of better terminology. And yeah, that's one thing I do. I do myself, listen to music. And even though we are extroverts, we do still need community because God calls us to that, and that's something I could do better in. Because I would stay home, I would be a homebody all the time, which is not good because I know I need out time as well. But we still need a few friends, a few people, a community that we can depend on in times where we need to actually talk to someone and to bond with others. So yeah, it's not easy being an introvert because people because you're a quiet person, people assume that you don't care or that you're not invested, you're not paying attention. But that's further from the truth because as an introvert, I realized that I need time to talk within myself about what I'm learning as far as the Word of God, what I'm hearing before I should respond. So it's not always easy being an introvert, but I think it's a good thing because God has use of us even as introverts as well as extroverts because He needs us all to accomplish His plan and to accomplish His will. But I don't know if you guys are extroverts. If you can let me know in the comment section how you feel. And if you want me to do any more topics about this, I will be glad to do it. And I'll do some research about introverts or whatever. But I just felt impressed to do this because I know the world tells us to be out loud and out there and to put ourselves first. Where obviously God tells us this, well, where I learned this morning and where I knew it already. But Jesus tells us in the Gospel of, is it Mark? I think it's Mark, that if you want to be great, we should be a servant. So that's everyone's goal, no matter whether you're an introvert like me or an extrovert like other people. So yeah, I just felt impressed for some reason to this video because I know it's not easy being an introvert because sometimes being an introvert comes off like you don't care, like you're not invested. And people will assume that because you're quiet that you don't have nothing to contribute. But that's further from the truth because I think introverts can be effective just as extroverts can be effective. So let me know what you guys think. I'm sorry for kind of rambling, but I just felt impressed to do this video for some reason. I'm just posting on here. So let me know what you guys think and if this helps you, because I may just do some studying up, some things like that to be better learn about introverts and how we can contribute better to society overall, as well as to defending our faith and to presenting the gospel to others. Thank you so much, guys, for checking out the video. I appreciate you guys. Check out my blog as well. I will leave that information down for you below. Thank you so much. God bless you. And I will see you in the next video. And make sure that you leave your comments in the comment section about what you thought of this video. Whether you're an introvert, extrovert. Because God needs all of us. And we all have a place in God to accomplish His great plan, which is redemption of the earth and to serve our brothers and sisters. Thank you so much. God bless you.